How did Charlemagne, the legendary king of the Franks, become one of the most powerful rulers of the Middle Ages? Born into the Carolingian dynasty, Charlemagne was destined for greatness from an early age. Yet it was his thirst for expansion that truly set him apart. As he ascended to the throne, his eyes were already set on the horizon, on the lands that lay untouched by Frankish rule. His early reign was marked by a series of initial wars, each a stepping stone paving the way to his grand vision. From the rebellious dukes within his own kingdom to the neighboring tribes, none could resist the burgeoning power of this formidable king. Yet these were merely the beginning. Charlemagne's ambitions were not to be satiated with small victories. He had his eyes on larger conquests. Charlemagne's first major military campaign outside of Francia was the conquest of the Lombard kingdom, which was located in northern Italy. In 773, Charlemagne intervened in Italy after Pope Adrian I sought his assistance in dealing with the Lombard king Desiderius. Charlemagne didn't dally. He amassed his forces and plunged into the heart of the Lombard kingdom. The Lombards put up a stout resistance, but Charlemagne's military genius and the loyalty of his men proved too much. The campaign culminated in the capture of Pavia in 774. The Lombard kingdom fell and Charlemagne assumed the title of King of the Lombards and added northern Italy to his growing empire. This victory was a significant milestone. It not only expanded Charlemagne's territory but also solidified his power. His protection of the Pope earned him the Church's favor, a valuable asset in a time when the Church wielded substantial influence. With the Lombard kingdom under his control, Charlemagne had become the undisputed ruler of Western Europe. But his thirst for power was far from quenched. Charlemagne turned his attention to the Saxons, a people living in what is now northern Germany, who refused to submit to his rule. A thorn in his side, the Saxons clung steadfastly to their old ways and gods, rejecting the Christian faith that Charlemagne sought to spread. The Saxon Wars were a series of military campaigns and conflicts that spanned several decades and were characterized by intermittent periods of rebellion, resistance, and Frankish efforts to subdue the Saxons. The Saxon Wars began in 772, when Charlemagne led a campaign into Saxon territory in response to perceived Saxon hostilities and the need to assert Frankish authority in the region. Charlemagne captured the Saxon fortress of Erzberg and destroyed the Irminsul, a significant pagan religious symbol. Charlemagne's second campaign against the Saxons started shortly after the conclusion of the first. In 775, the Saxons rebelled against Frankish rule, and Charlemagne launched another campaign. The Franks defeated the Saxons, capturing Saxon leaders and forcing their conversion to Christianity. The most infamous event of the Saxon Wars was the massacre of Verdun in 782. In response to another Saxon rebellion, Charlemagne ordered the execution of around 4,500 Saxon prisoners, a brutal demonstration of power that left a bloody stain on his legacy. Following the massacre, the Saxons continued to resist Frankish rule. Eventually, in 785, the Saxon leader Widukind converted to Christianity and swore fealty to Charlemagne. Although the major Saxon wars were concluded, Charlemagne continued to face occasional Saxon uprisings and unrest. In 804, the Saxons were finally subdued, their lands absorbed into the Frankish Empire. This marked a significant expansion of Charlemagne's realm, solidifying his power across the continent. Charlemagne's military campaigns didn't end with the Saxons. His thirst for power led him to wage war against the Moors in the Iberian Peninsula. This resulted in the creation of the Spanish March, a buffer zone that protected his empire from Muslim invasions. Another notable campaign was against the Avars, a nomadic tribe in modern-day Hungary. Charlemagne's forces crushed the Avars, seizing a vast amount of wealth and effectively ending their dominance in the region. This victory further expanded his empire and reinforced his reputation as a formidable conqueror. These wars not only expanded Charlemagne's empire, but also had far-reaching impacts on the European landscape. They disrupted established power structures, altered borders, and led to the spread of Christianity. Charlemagne's rule and his military campaigns played a key role in shaping medieval Europe. Charlemagne's wars were a testament to his military prowess and his relentless ambition. They shaped Western Europe and left an indelible mark on history.